So, herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Und zwar haben wir in der letzten Folge den zweiten Fall, das Rätsel auf den Gleisen, gelöst und haben uns jetzt 3 Enden angeschaut und der Zug wurde tatsächlich versenkt. Ja, hätte ich nicht gedacht. Ich dachte wirklich, der wäre in den Minen. Und ich habe auch wirklich gedacht, dass der Robinson irgendwas damit zu tun hat, weil er halt die ganzen Exklusivverträge abgeschlossen hat und hätte ja einfach dann das Geld halt einstreichen können. Und ja, aber damit lag ich falsch, denn es war der Mexikaner. Und ich werde jetzt einfach mal auf Fortfahren klicken und wir werden in den dritten Fall hineinspringen. Oh, das Blutbad. Das klingt doch schon wieder cool.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Ach Gott, der Arme. Pupillen.
Is dilated.
Medikamente vielleicht? Stirntemperatur prüfen. Puls.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate.
Hä? 1. Ach so, hä? Warte mal. Ah, jetzt verstehe ich das.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the buff, but, what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
Okay.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Oh Gott, Dame Watson. Dame von Strand Lane.
beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Verdächtige?
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Die Tatwaffe?
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here.
Na, bestimmt Gift.
We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
Zeugen?
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details. Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
No.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Weiß es nicht. Wir können einfach diesen Springbrunnen
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Sieht das schön aus.
The steam room. The changing room.
Ah, okay. Kleidung.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room.
Und Schuhe.
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Champagnerflaschen.
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
Ja. Sollte auch so sein, Korken.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Das bin ich mal gespannt. Oh.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Gesicht. Aber der... Oh, je, ja.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain.
Ah,
Death would have been instantaneous.
immerhin etwas. Blut.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
Rechte Hand.
Some
Schmutz.
dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Ringfinger.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Handgelenk.
Death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
Witzbold.
I should check this blood sample in Baker Street.
Oh, ein Schlüssel.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Lecker, lecker. Am Febel. G. Newell and Sons, Stream Specialist, Seattle, War.
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA.
Es wird kuschelig
With the
warm.
steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Brille. Was ist das für eine Harry Potter Brille? Sprung im
One
Glas.
lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier.
Dickes
These
Glas.
lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
Kohlebecken.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It
Kohlebecken.
is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Wollen wir das mit dem Champagner löschen? Hello. Blut auf dem Badetuch.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Mr. Garrow.
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Hallo.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Mr. Blinkhorn.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Mr. Holmes?
Holmes. So, warte mal. Ich komme in den Champagner. Kann ich den nehmen? Ich hätte jetzt wirklich einfach die gut mit dem Champagner. Oder mit dem Eis. Gelöscht. Und niemand das hier? Nee. Wie haben wir denn hier?
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Keine Einwände. Noch warten.
Please wait. I need to do something first. Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Was ist... Ach, nehmen wir erstmal Charakterprofil. Leichte Falten. Graues Haar. Ne, Schnittwunde. Scheidet sich die Haare allein, lebt allein. Oh Gott, der Arme. Gestärkter Kragen, penibel. Glänzende Knöpfe. Manchester City. Heute aufgegebenes Telegramm. Was ist geschehen?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Gab es andere Besucher?
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Der Schlüssel zum Dampfraum.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
Blutverschminder Schlüssel. Nein!
Did you leave?
No, sir. I did not.
Dann die... Morgendliches Telegramm. Ach so.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Von wem ist der Champagner?
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Ach, Gottes Willen. Ein Phillips. Nachsichtig, der schwarze Peter. Achso, nicht auf den Gleisen. Ich bin nachsichtig, ich habe ein gutes Herz. Souvenirs, Harpune und die Dampfpfeife, das ist ja cool. Da können wir auch in die anderen Räume. Achso, okay.
Frigidarium.
Was ist ein Frigidarium? Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's Büro.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Kasten. Öffnen. Oh, da fehlt eine. Was ist denn das? Fehlende Fotoplatte.
A glass plate negative is missing. Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations.
Sieht ja cool aus.
It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Archäologische Funde.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Tisch. Dokument, was haben wir denn da? Mein werter Freund, ich möchte im kommenden Monat eine Pressekonferenz in den Thermen von Strand Lane abhalten. 1893 war ein bemerkenswertes Jahr für meine Arbeit in Ägypten, doch jetzt ist es an der Zeit, mich auf die englische Archäologie zu konzentrieren. Es gilt, unsere nationalen Schätze ins Rampenlicht zu stellen und der Öffentlichkeit zu präsentieren. Bei dieser Pressekonferenz will ich möglichst viele Journalisten sehen und sie sollen wohlwollend darüber schreiben, da wir sie äußerst gut behandeln werden. Daher werde ich meinen alten Freund Lord Blackmore ansprechen und die Sondermittel des Königlichen Archäologischen Instituts für die Veranstaltung nutzen, Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. The Daily Mirror. Es gibt nur wenige Menschen, die den Namen Sir Rodney Bentcliffe nicht kennen. Er ist ein Gentleman, deren Reichtum, Bekanntheit und Tatendrang seinen feinsten Zeitgenossen in England in nichts nachsteht. Er ist nicht nur äußerst intelligent, sondern in selben Maße charmant, wie die jungen Damen des europäischen Adels nicht müde werden zu wiederholen. Er hat hervorragende Beziehungen zum House of Lords und durchaus Einfluss in der Welt der Politik. Nicht wenige würden ihn als übertrieben perfektionistisch und autoritär bezeichnen. Wir würden eher sagen, dass Sir Rodney zielstrebig und willensstark ist. Wenn er sich bei einer Ausgrabung einbringt, ist Erfolg für alle Beteiligten garantiert. The Times, wundersame Fortsetzung der Ausgrabung in den römischen Thermen von Strand Lane. Die Ausgrabungen in den Thermen standen kurz vor dem Aus, als wie aus dem Nichts der Retter auftaucht, Sir Rodney Bentliffe. Sir Rodney hat die Kontrolle über die Arbeit übernommen und behauptet, dass in den Thermen der Schlüssel zu einem großen Geheimnis zu finden ist. Alle weiteren Neuigkeiten dieser aufregenden Sache erhalten Sie bei uns. Okay, er war auf jeden Fall an der Sache auf der Spur. Nochmal ein Dokument. Diese Metallplatte ist nicht nur von archäologischem Interesse, sondern scheint auch Teil von etwas Größerem zu sein. Im Moment kann ich jedoch nicht genau sagen, um was es sich dabei handeln könnte. Präferierte Tafel. Das sieht ja aus wie ein Schild, oder?
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Oh, nehmen wir mit. Was soll schon passieren? Archäologische Funde.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these tongs.
Stimmt, wir müssen ja noch, genau, wir müssen ja noch die Kohle, dieses Metallstück rausholen. Haben wir hier alles? Ja, müssen wir. Oh. Was für ein Zufall.
Are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
Kann mir auch nicht vorstellen, dass das ein Zufall gewesen sein sollte.
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Sehr, sehr merkwürdig. Gut. Nichts passiert. Es war schon so. Das lag schon so da. Ich habe auch nichts angerührt. Ich schwöre. Ich schwöre bei allem, was mir heilig ist.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Gut, dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir erstmal zur Baker Street zurück, um genau das alles zu analysieren. Aber ich würde sagen, wir werden das in der nächsten Folge in Angriff nehmen. Da werden wir mal schauen, was sich hinter diesen ganzen Proben alles verbirgt. Und ich hoffe, euch hat die erste Folge von dem dritten Fall gefallen. Oh, das ist Tobi. Du kleines süßes Scholzi-Bauzi.
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Wie kann man denn Tobi übersehen? Das geht doch gar nicht. Und das Bein sieht auch nicht ganz so gesund aus. Ja, dass euch die erste Folge vom dritten Fall gefallen hat. Also ich bin mal ganz gespannt. Guck mal, die Danny, die hat sich auch kein Stückchen bewegt. Ja, also ich bin ganz gespannt, wie sie die Sache aufklärt, wie der arme Mann zu Tode gekommen ist. Und hoffe, dass wir uns in der nächsten Folge wiedersehen werden und dass euch die heutige Folge gefallen hat.